So, hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. And in this particular podcast, we're gonna talk about lots of things that how you can create your own training program, how you can create your own coaching program online, and what are the steps that you should follow by if you want to create your own online training program. So, all those things will be covered in this particular podcast. And if you want to know all those things, then just watch this podcast till the end, because today in our podcast we have invited our, like, I am very excited for this podcast because today we have with us Riyaz sir. Riyaz sir is a coach who are training coaches that how they can create their online training program, and you can check their LinkedIn profile and you can learn many things from Riyaz sir. And today Riyaz sir will help us to let us know that how we can create our own training program and how we can scale our own training program. And apart from that, he will also teach us that how we can make money throughout of it. So welcome sir, welcome to our channel.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here. So, Chetan,
most welcome, sir. It's a very honor for me that you are giving your valuable time to me. So it's a very big honor for me. Thank you so much once again. And let's start the particular podcast.
Absolute pleasure. Okay, go ahead. So go ahead. Any questions? Let's shoot away. Let's dive into it.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. And sir, let's start the podcast with the first question. That is, I want to know that how you come to this industry. Like, what was the scene behind? Like, I want to know who is Riyaz sir, what Riyaz sir was doing before lockdown, and how Riyaz sir come to this particular industry.
Okay, that's a good question because that's where it all starts, So myself, I started creating my very first online course probably about 6 years ago. I was working with a different market. I was working with students. I was creating an online training program for them. But it took me, like say, what I thought would be an easy process. It took me almost 12 months to learn and to do it myself. Forget about doing the content. The content I did in a couple of months and I was ready to go. I was all excited. I got the content ready to go, all my lessons, videos ready to go. And then realize, okay, so how do I get my content out there? How do I get to sell? Where do I put it? What platform do I use? How do I get a sales funnel built? And this is all things I didn't think about, because whenever you looked online or you looked on, with other coaches, they always explain to you how to build an online course, but they don't tell you exactly what's involved once you have your content ready to go, all the backend stuff, all the tech stuff. So I took my time to learn all this by myself. And of course, eventually when I reached the 12-month mark and I got frustrated with it, I invested in my own coach that helped me to go further, to build out the program and to show me what's involved in the back end and how to actually get this done correctly. There's a difference between people creating content and creating videos and have no place to put it, and no sales process in place, no sales funnels in place, no platform for your students to log in and to see all your training. So it's a massive difference. And this is where everyone struggles, This is where I struggled the most because, like I said, once I had all the content and lessons, I didn't realize there was so much still to do on the back end that no one talks about. And this is where I said, okay, this is where once I learned this myself, and I worked with so many different platforms while I was doing this myself, studied the platforms, I invested in myself and realized, this is what people need, because no one talks about the back end stuff. Everyone talks about the front end, how to create your title, how to price it, how to create your content, but no one spoke about the back end stuff. And this is where the business was born. This is where I created this agency that helps people like that, or helps coaches like that.
Okay. So, like, when did you started this? Like, how many years?
So I started this about 5 years ago. I'd say during the COVID period, it increased a lot more. When it first started up, it was a part-time business. But I think 3 years ago, it went into a full-time. Demand got so high that I had to eventually just walk away from my normal day job and open this agency full-time. So yeah, it's about 3 years now, full-time.
Okay. So, like, before lockdown, there was not so much awareness of this particular industry. Like, before lockdown, there was not so many coaches, because in today's world, there are lots of coaches who want to create their online training program. So, what do you do exactly? Like, do you train them or do you give them done for you services?
So what I do, Chetan, is it's a full done for you service. So if I work with two types of coaches. So I work with a coach that just coming into the market, and I work with coaches, especially now, I work with coaches already in the market already for a few years. They have a an offer, or they have a system they're using already, and they want to create more growth into the business. So I'll give you an example. If I'm working with a first-time coach, I teach them how to build the offer out. So I work with them and I'll say, okay, what would you like to teach, or what you'd like to. So a lot of coaches will come to me and say, I would like to teach, or I'm a life coach, for example. I like to teach people how to be more confident. So that's a big subject to teach on. So what I help them do is to tweak the offer to make sure they understand what problem they're solving and what solution they're giving, and what message they want to sell. So you can't just go online and say, okay, I help people to solve self-confidence. It's a big arena, big subject. So I help them to tweak it and to get more clear with the messaging. So once I help them to get more clear with the messaging, I help them to build the content. So I work with them in a one-to-one service. I help them to build the content. And when I say build the content, I help them to build out the lesson plan, to structure the entire training program for them. So once we structure the training program, I work with them on each lesson. Okay, what problem you're solving, what solution we're giving, what problem we're solving, what solution we're giving. So once we build out the entire structure, the program will be either between 5 lessons or 6 lessons or 10 lessons, however long they want to use it. But we use something that's make sure it's a proven method and it can be done. It's not something that's just copied and pasted from somebody from TikTok or YouTube or somewhere. This is a proven method that they actually can teach the students, and the students will get the results. So from there, we'll of course price the offer with them to make sure they get the right value back. But I build the offer with them. So they will go off and start creating the video lessons. I will take it back from them. I'll edit all the videos for them, and I'll start building the back end. When I say the back end, I'll start working on the platform that's building out the landing pages, to building out the student login area, to building out the sales funnels. Like a full website. Some of the new coaches want a full website. So I'll build a full website, including the course of training platform included in the website. So it's a full website where it has all about themselves, about the services, and the program is posted on the platform. Now, some of the coaches that I'm working with already in the market for a while, they're working one-to-one. They're doing coaching one-to-one, and they're tired of coaching one-to-one, or they can't coach that many people one-to-one. So by creating this self-training programs, this group coaching programs, it allows them to add more services to the business, to help more people. So, for example, yourself, Chetan, let's say if you don't have the high-ticket investment that some of the coaches are looking for, they can offer you the self-study program. Sorry, the self-study program. Self-study program allows you to take the lessons or take the training at your own time, at your own pace. We'll say at a lower value or an entry value. So what most coaches are doing at the moment, we're doing it's called a hybrid coaching program. A hybrid coaching program is where you're having multiple people that you're coaching using the same lessons or the same content that you already had on your self-study program, but you're giving them your time. You're jumping on a call with them once a week in a group session, and you answer the questions. You're deep diving into the lessons. So this adds a second part of your business. So you've got your self-study program that's running automatically. You've got no involvement. All you're doing is getting people to enroll in the self-study program. And then you're working with the group coaching program, teaching the same content, but stretched out, and you're giving one-to-one support in group environments. So you're able to help more people. And in the same turn, so what I did doing with some of the high-end coaches, we're building up all 3 offers: your self-study program, your group coaching program, and your high-ticket offer. Now, when I say a high-ticket offer, this is when somebody says, okay, I don't want to self-study by myself. I don't want to join a group. I got something specifically I want to learn from you because I see your results. I want to learn. I want to work with you one-to-one. So I create this one-to-one offer with this coach that allows them to charge a bit higher, but the transformation and the impact is longer. So you work with the coach, say, for 6 months or 12 months on a one-to-one. Of course, you're going to pay a bit higher price, but this coach is working with you to get you results. In the group coaching scenario, you're working with multiple people. So you might not get all the problems that your clients might have, but you're addressing the bigger ones. So your clients get to watch your training videos, and you jump on a call and you walk them through the videos and you answer the questions, and you have the full support for them. So it's adding 3 levels to your business. So this is where I say I'm helping coaches to scale the business 3 times, because you've got income coming from your self-training programs, you've got income coming from your group coaching program, and you've got your high ticket offer. And the time that you are using in all this is a lot less. Say, for example, if the coach is coaching on a one-to-one, they got, for example, 40 hours a week, they only can take an X amount of clients per week and coach one-to-one. In the group coaching, they can have 25 to 150 people in a class and teach them. So you've got a lot more people that you're helping. A lot more people that you're working with, and a lot more people you're impacting. And it's self-study, it's unlimited. So you've got 3 different income sources coming, and your time is reduced, because self-study program, you've got no involvement. Group coaching, it's 1 hour a week, and you're on one-to-one, you probably take out 5 clients in a month, and that's 5 hours. So that's 6 hours a week you're actually working with clients. And rest of it, you're actually working on your sales and marketing, everything else in business.
Perfect. That was really a great thing, like what you are doing exactly. So now I want to know that before coming to this industry, like what you were doing before this.
So before this, I was working with students working with students' mindsets. I was working with students. Prior to that, I was working a long time ago. I was working in hospitality. I was in the director's side of the hospitality business, doing very well there. Reach the highest post I can. But like I said, it was something that it wasn't my long-term goal. It was something I needed to do. But like say, from there, I worked with students for a long time, and started to understand the whole process of how students were thinking and how what different they needed to come out of just the classroom into the real world. And from there, this whole business was born. I felt I could help more coaches to help others instead of trying to do it all myself.
Exactly. And in today's world, offline coaching is online coaching is far better than offline coaching. In today's world, if you are an online coach, then you can you have a large number of audience. Like you can connect with the audience from India, from out of India, from US. And today, in this particular podcast, I am from India and you are from out of India. Yeah, so we are connected. So this is the power of online coaching. If you want to coach me something, then I can be a part of your training program. If I want to do something, then all the people from across the world can be the part of my training program. So this is the most important thing, that is the benefit of creating an online training program.
100%. Your business expands so quickly and so fast by going online. You don't need a location. All you need to know is, how to reach your audience in a different part of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody around the world has the same problem that you can solve. So if you can solve it properly, you can talk to unlimited amount of people.
Exactly. I have also created my training programs in India. I have lots of training programs and coaches, courses that I have created, and there are lots of students who are going through this. But the thing is, my training program is in Hindi, so people are doing in India. Now slowly and eventually I will also start doing something in English, so that I can share my knowledge all across the world. So the thing is, I'm a big fan of online training program. I'm a big fan because I have done this from last 3 years. But now I want to know from you that let's say there are lots of viewers who are watching this video, and let's say there is a viewer like me whose name is Chetan Agarwal, and he want to create a course related to YouTube. So what are the steps that he should follow? Number 1, what I have to do. Number 2, what I have to do. So what are the steps? So you can explain us step by step.
Okay, so if you want to jump into the YouTube market as a training course, of course, for one, you have to have a YouTube channel where you have, so the big thing that you need to do is to identify who you want to talk to. This is your niche and your market you want to talk to.
Yeah.
You can't talk to everybody. So identify who you want to talk to and what you want to talk about. So in your case, if you want to talk about, online courses, for example, how to create online courses. Number 1, okay, you need to build yourself a YouTube channel. In that channel, you need to start putting content that related to that subject or to that market. but you're not going to give away all information during this content. So secondly, you need to put on a very structured content or plan in place to say, okay, this is what I'm going to teach for the next, say, 2 months or 3 months. Okay. Take 5 minutes or 2 minutes from that first and create a YouTube recording or a YouTube video where you talk about a problem and give just a little bit of a solution and not everything away. And this is where you tell them in your YouTube video at the bottom of it, in the comment section, just above it, you'll see the section where you can say, you can direct people to your website or to a training program. Now, while you're creating your content, it's the best thing you can do is to look at what platform you're going to host your content on. You can't host everything on YouTube. YouTube is a platform where you share and talk about things, but you can't create a sales or a buyout section in YouTube. You've got to think about a platform you want to use. So you either want to build a full website or you want to have a third-party platform like ClickFunnels, Kajabi, or a full-on WordPress. This is where you take your lessons and you add your lessons onto this platform. Of course, and then you want to see, okay, once I've got who I'm talking to, I've got the content I want to talk about, structure out what you want to talk about. Now, don't just talk about everything. Try to narrow it and deal with specific problems. So if I'm working with a client and say, okay, I want to create a program that teaches people how to create online courses, my very first thing I'm going to talk to people is about how to find their market, or how to find their niche. And I'll create a series of training behind that. And I'll create a YouTube video that talks about it, but not in full. Gives you an idea and say, okay, you talk about, what coaches are facing at the moment, trying to find the market. You give a solution to the problem, but you don't give everything onto that YouTube video. And you always state it, if you want more about this, join my training program, and the link is below. Once they click the link, it takes them to a third-party platform where your training is. Of course, people would like to know more about you, what you do. So that's why having a third-party platform or a full website is important. People say you don't need a full website or a landing, just in one landing page, but it grows credibility of who you are and what you do. If you're not online, don't have a structured online presence, it's hard for people to get to know you or understand what you do or feel credible. Okay, they can watch as many YouTube videos as they want for free, but once they want to buy something of you, they got to see that you're credible. And this is why it's having an online platform, a credible online platform like ClickFunnels or Kajabi or WordPress, where people can go and see, okay, this is what Chetan is about, this is what services offer, and this is where your training program is hosted. So, if I purchase something, I can log into this platform, I'll always have access to this material. It's not like it's not just, hosted on Facebook or something. It's a proper platform. I know some of the coaches that they start off and they start creating Facebook groups and putting the lessons into Facebook groups and having people to go to Facebook group. It becomes too messy because there's no system in place. So when you're creating the content, of course, you need to think about your landing page or your website where people will know what you do or what you do. And then you need to know how to charge people. You need a payment gateway, a secure payment gateway. So this is where platforms come into important, because this is where people will say, okay, this is a secure platform. If I buy from Chetan, I know I'm paying something securely and I'm going to get the training from. And of course, if I want to talk to Chetan on one-to-one, this is his services. So they can book a call. They know this is a secure platform they're using and not just a Facebook page or something. I'm not sure who this person is and whether they invest this kind of money behind it. Because like say, especially now with so many coaches online, everybody is trying to do things the easy way. There is no easy way. There's the right way and there's the wrong way. You can't shortcut it. You can't say, okay, I'm going to hold a training course in Facebook as much, because especially when you're doing YouTube, you in the presence of the public all the time, but they want to see what happens behind that. This is where you offline. If you go to your platforms, of course, when you get you also need a different way to market yourself. This is where you create your sales funnels. So you've got to have sales funnels either on YouTube or on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Instagram, that drives traffic to your platform or to your training or to your YouTube channel. Because how do you get people to watch a YouTube channel? You have funnels in place to say, okay, we'll say, for example, yourself.
Like how did the sales funnel look like? Tell us more about the sales funnel.
So example of sales funnel. So if you want to create a short support document to say, okay, the 3 things or 10 things you know about becoming a YouTuber. For example, you create a short, this is called a lead magnet. And this is where you create a post on LinkedIn or Facebook or something, say, okay, feel free to download my 10 tips to becoming a YouTuber for free. So when someone clicks on this, it takes them through a landing page who talks about the process you spoke about and allows them to download this information. When you download this information, for one, you're capturing the emails, and for two, it takes them to a tripwire sales page that shows them about your services, or takes them to your website, or takes them to your YouTube channel. So it's about getting people to drive through a funnel using something, either ebook or a document, or even a short video. If you want to create 3 short videos and say, okay, here's 3 short training videos on how to upload your YouTube video, download it for free. Once someone clicks that, it takes them through a funnel that drives them through your YouTube channel, or through your website, or through your landing page, depending where you want to do. Of course, included in your landing pages, you've got a VSL, which is a sales video, which talk about a very short video, which talk about your services and what you do or why you do it. It's not, these videos are not about talking about who you are. I'm a content creator, I have a degree in arts. It's not about that. It's about your clients. So you want to tell them exactly how you're going to help them. You want to share a little bit about yourself. I was a content creator. I created my own program about 5 years ago. It took me 12 months to create, but it took way too long. And I'm here today to show you how to do this much faster and quicker and save more time and do it with you. So here's 3 tips. And you're helping them to solve their problems. You don't want to talk too much about yourself. It's all about your clients and how you want to help them. So a sales funnel is, it takes them through either 2-step or 3-step process to get to you, either to book a call, to go to your YouTube channel, or to go to your platform, purchase something, or to book a call. Those are 2 or 3 things you're trying to get the clients to do. Simple way.
Okay, exactly. You tell us the right thing. Like, people don't want to know the features of your product, like what are the features that your product have. They want to know that what are the benefits your product will give to us, like how your product will help us, how your product will give me value. Like that's the thing. And exactly, you have told us the right way that how we can do all those things. The main thing is there are lots of people who are watching this particular video, but only 10% or 15% of the people will take action, and other people will not take action. Then they will not get the results. So you have to become the action takers, because action takers are the money makers. If you want to make a good amount of money, then you have to take action, and like you have to execute the things that Riyaz sir has today taught us. So Riyaz sir, now we want to know that tell us what.
I'll tell you the biggest thing that if you want to move yourself into your online markets or YouTube or anything that you want to do in any business, the first thing you have to move is your mindset. Yes, that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest shift I had to make myself. You need to understand, if you want to be the change, you have to be the change first. You have to start thinking like a person that's already achieved his goal, and then move forward. Because there's so much uncertainty in the world, so much uncertainty on investments or how much it costs and so forth, people won't take action or don't take action because they're putting a barrier in front of them already. Before they even start, they're asking the wrong questions and taking the wrong actions. Oh, this is too costly for me, or I can't do it, no one will listen to me, why should I do this? Once you have an idea, that's your start to everything. If you just listen to the idea very clearly, okay, sit down and write that idea down and say, this can work, this will help somebody out there. Don't think about how much money you're going to make. Think about the life you're going to impact. Think about that one person you're going to help somewhere in the world that needs your help. Think about that person. That's how you keep pushing forward. Taking action is going to change your life, and it's going to change somebody else's life, and in turn, it's going to help somebody else. So think about the big picture, and not only just, okay, I don't have the money, or I don't have the time, or this is too much for me. Think about the big picture. Like say, once you have an idea, that's like the universe telling you, I'm giving you something to go out there and help somebody. If you ignore it, that's your own business. But take action. You're right.
Absolutely. Like my motive also, like I am creating all those podcasts, and my motive is also sorted. Like if only one person or two-person will like change their life after watching this video, my mission will be successful. I want to like do impact in people's life, like I want to transform their life. I'm like taking Indian podcasts. There are also my Hindi channel where I am taking podcasts in Hindi, and my motive is that like I want to transform people's life. And if one or two people will transform their life, my mission will be successful. So
Exactly. It's all about, it's all, let's say the entire coaching business is based on this. Serve
yeah.
others and in turn you'll serve yourself. That's what happens. That's the coaching industry. That's the motto. There's nothing else. There's no complication. It's simple. Serve others and you'll serve yourself. Simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. So, sir, I want to know that I want to ask you that, like, what are the mistakes that you have done in your past? Like, what are the top two or three mistakes that you have done in your past and that
Mistakes. Yeah.
impact in your life?
Well, number one, the first mistake was thinking I can do it all by myself. That's the biggest mistake people will do. You know,
Mhm.
there's a reason why there's mentors and coaches out there, because people need support. So when
Hmm.
I first started, like I said, it took me 12 months to do something I could have done in 4 weeks or 6 weeks. But
Okay.
because I was stubborn and I was trying to do it all by myself, it took me a long time. It took me 12 months and a lot of money to understand this lesson. You know, that was the wrong way to do this. So that's the biggest mistake. People not investing in themselves or thinking, you know, you'll spend so much money buying absolutely nonsense you're never going to use, but you'll never invest in yourself. Why? You're the person that you need to invest in.
Yeah.
So first mistake is invest in yourself, invest in somebody that can help you. I know everyone says this, you know, but it's so important, because once you invest in somebody that can support you, you're going to go much faster. You're going to go in the right direction much quicker, and you're able to move in your direction much faster, you know, than try and do it yourself. So biggest mistake, I tried to do everything by myself. Second mistake, I think was not listening to my coaches sometimes, you know, although I invested in my coaches, but I wasn't listening to them, because I still thought, you know, I could do it for myself. Or
Hmm.
there's different ways to do things, you know. So don't, you know, once you find somebody that you're aligned to, once somebody you know that can help you, listen to them, because they've done this already. They're gonna support you. They know exactly what to do. So listen to them and do this. And like I say, other mistakes is, you know, don't listen to everybody else out there, because like I say, this world is full of people online telling you so many different things. Try not to overthink things. Simplify the process. You know, if you want to teach somebody how to do something on YouTube or teach somebody a training, simplify it. Think about yourself. Come from your own personal story. Think about your own life and think about what you can do and what you can change. Don't think about what Chetan is doing on YouTube or what somebody else is doing on TikTok. Come from your own side. You know, be your own self. Once you become your own self, teach people what you know and what you learned. You feel a lot more authentic and you feel a lot more comfortable and try to copy somebody else. Because when you try to copy somebody else, and if you forget a step, you break, you know, you don't feel connected to your audience doesn't feel connected to you. They know you copy and pasting something. Like I say, this is completely different, you know. This is where a lot of people, when TikTok we started to grow, everyone was copying and pasting the same content, and
Hmm.
it doesn't feel original, doesn't feel I'm talking to people, I'm talking to somebody else, you know. Don't steal other people's or copy other people, just be yourself. Teach people your life lessons, your journey, what you learned. Think about how you had a problem and how you solved it, and teach that. And be original, be yourself. It'll
Hmm.
always
Exactly.
pay. Always pay off.
Exactly. This is the problem that I have also faced. Like, I thought that I can do everything by my own. Like, this is the main thing that hold me back. Like, now I have lots of mentors and lots of people who are helping me, supporting me, guiding me. So, like, I read lots of books. I have also enrolled in lots of courses. So all those things helped me a lot to grow in my own life. Like, now I am also a spiritual person. I do meditation, I do law of attraction. So all those things also helped me a lot in my life.
100%. Like say my coach and my mentor, I don't know if you know Bob Proctor. He was
Hmm.
my coach and my mentor. So after he passed away this year, you know, we still stick with his lessons, we still teach. Like say your daily routine will set you up for the day. So think, you know, of course, meditation, I also do the same thing in the morning. You write out your journals, you read something, you meditate, you put yourself in a place that what it feels like once you achieved your goal. So this is where people make a mistake. Coaches come to me say, I want to create an online course, I want to trade a coaching business, but they don't think like the person that already achieved the results. So once you start thinking not at the end, but from the end, that you already achieved this, you're already helping so many people's lives, you're impacting so many people's lives, the ideas start to come more easy to you and it feels more natural to you than saying, okay, I just want to copy and paste from, whoever's popular on TikTok now, I want to copy and paste what they do. Especially when the whole crypto thing came out, it was crazy. The NFT came out. Everyone's teaching about NFTs, crypto, all that, but we're not being original. Try to teach something original to yourself. I've seen the best coaches teach simple things like how people stop drinking, or how to stop people to stop smoking, or how people in the 40s to lose weight. Simple things, but impacted people's lives. And today they're earning 6 to 7 figures because they're true to themselves, being true to themselves.
Exactly. I've also seen some coaches who are like teaching people that how you can take a good sleep. Like there are lots of sleeping coach who are teaching us
100%.
that how we can.
Yeah, so, it's unlimited. There's no such thing as just a life coach or a personal training coach. There's so many different markets out there. You find your one that you relate to. So you found your one you relate to. You're training people about YouTube. So that's your market. That's the people you're talking to. You can't talk to everybody all the time because nobody's going to listen. It's like you standing in the middle of Delhi and screaming and shouting so everyone can buy from you. No one's going to buy from you. But if you call a small group of people and start talking to them, everyone wants to know what's happening in the small group, and they start joining. It becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. So start off, think small. Don't think I want to impact millions yet. Think how you're going to impact 10 lives first. And from those 10, they'll talk to friends, they'll talk to family, they'll get more people interested in you, and people will start getting drawn towards you. And this is a mistake people think about sales, that you have to constantly be up and selling. If you use your mindset properly, and you, like I said, you believe in the law of attraction. If you understand how the law of attraction works, once you understand, sales can happen automatically. If you think correctly, you can draw people towards.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to be working hard all the time trying to sell. Just be yourself and people will be attracted towards you. Just think about what you want. Put the feeling, put the action behind that, and be drawn towards.
Exactly. I'm a big believer of law of attraction. Like law of attraction has played a major role in my life. Like I meditate daily, and the thing that I want to do, I just visualize that thing that the thing has already done. Like I just try to visualize, and I saw all those things is really happening in my life. Like I am attracting all those things. So I'm a big believer of law of attraction. I love it.
100%. Like say, did you watch the movie The Secret?
Yeah, exactly. The best movie I have ever watched.
Okay, so there's a guy with the gray hair there in The Secret. That's Bob Proctor. He was my mentor. He was my mentor. So he's the person I worked with. So just a quick thing. The biggest thing with working with law of attraction is when you're visualizing, add the feeling in that. Once you add the feeling, your vibrations get a lot higher. So when you're creating an online course, you're creating a coaching program, feel what does it feel like for your clients to achieve the results. So when you're creating a podcast, feel what it's like when people listen to your podcast, feel what it's like for them to achieve the results or to get the information or feel inspired. Feel the emotion, feel the feeling of it. So that's why I talk to my clients when they're building an online course with me. Don't come tell me, okay, I want to build an online course and give me just content. Let me see what your result's going to be. Let me see how you're going to transform somebody's life. And that's what how I work with them to achieve. It's okay. You've got an idea. Let's see how we're going to help this person. How we're going to transform lives. How the person is going to feel at the end when you take your program, your course. How they're going to feel at the end of it. And that's how it's going to work.
Exactly. Yeah, I loved it. And seriously, like this podcast is really amazing. Like people have learned so many things from this particular podcast. And I want to like summarize one thing. Like if you want to start your online coaching program, that first of all, you have to find out a niche, that in which market you want to like do your online coaching. You have to narrow down your niche. You don't have to target everybody in this world. Like if you will target to everybody, then you will end up selling no one. Like you have to like find out one particular niche, and you have to just find out the problem that your targeted audience are facing, and you have to give the solution through your coaching program. And the funnel of your coaching program will be like, first of all you have to like start creating content. So first of all you have to start creating genuine content for absolutely free in your social media platforms, and all the platforms we have for absolutely free. Like you can use YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and you can just start creating content. By creating content, your audience will like create trust and build trust upon you, and then you can like start your journey. Like you can create your sales funnel, your landing pages, and you can start your journey of selling your online coaches. And if you have any problem or anything that is stopping you behind, then you can just directly contact to the Riyaz sir, because Riyaz sir has a great experience in this particular field. And I will also linked all the links on social media links in the description box, so you can go and contact with Riyaz sir. So
you're right. So let's say, so just quick thing, when you're choosing your niche, or choosing your market, think about the person, think about where they are, what they do, what age group they're in, what they do for a living, people in the family. So bring it down to a small person. Think about the one person, what it looks like, who she feels like, what she does for a living, what his family is like. And don't just ask the general questions, but deep dive into the person and understand the audience or the person you want to help. And you'll find that your content will be more relatable to that person than just trying to talk to everyone. You can't solve everybody's problem, but you can solve the one person's problem.
Exactly. So you have to create your customer persona, that how is your exact customer look like. And if you will create that, and you can start like getting some like students for your training program, and just you can like after that you can start your creating advertisement, and you can create lookalike audience. And there are lots of things to scale your business. The first thing that is stopping you is to start your business. If you will start your business correctly, then scaling will be far good and easy for you.
Yeah. The very first thing you need to understand is your client, the ideal client is you some years ago. That's who you teach it. So think about yourself 3 or 4 years ago, what problems you have. And that's the person you're talking to. You're talking to yourself eventually, in the past, your past self. That's who you're teaching, that's who you're helping. So start with yourself and then start moving out and say, okay, this is the people I want to help.
Exactly. So thank you so much, Riyaz sir, for your valuable time, and this podcast are really amazing. Like I have also learned so many things from you. Like I have learned so many things that you have taught me, and thank you so much once again for being a part of this podcast. Like I love the podcast very much.
Absolute pleasure. I don't know why my video went up for a second there. There we go. So yeah, no, absolute pleasure. No, great. Absolutely amazing what you're doing, Chetan. Just keep doing what you're doing. You got the right track. You got the right mindset, and things are only going to explode for you and grow for you. You know, you've got the right mindset, and you're helping people along the way. And I hope this podcast helps people along the way as well. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And I will also grow very well if you will support us and from your blessings. So thank you so much for your blessings. And thank you so much for being a part of this podcast. People have learned so many things, and let's keep a target of 200 likes in this particular video. If people will give us 200 likes, then we will also answer all the questions. If you have any questions related to Riyaz sir, you can just drop your questions in the comment box. And if there will be a lot of questions, then again I will invite Riyaz sir to this channel and answer all your questions.
100%. And the more people that ask more comments, more questions, the more information will come with, and more answers we'll give you. So keep subscribing to Chetan. He's doing absolutely amazing, and keep asking comments, just post your comments there, and both my Chetan and myself will jump online and we'll answer, and if this thing goes past the 200 likes, so the like number 250, if that person wants to book a free call with me, happy to do that. So number 250, if you're the number 250, you can jump on a free call with me and I'll go through this with you one-to-one. How's that?
Wow. Thank you so much. It will be a great thing for our audience. And thank you so much, sir. Let's connect again after a few days. And thank you so much for being a part of this podcast. Thank you, sir.